This is Cough Drops with Dustin Kaufman. Welcome to Kauf Drops. Can you feel the energy in the air, everybody? It feels like Christmas in September. Well, again, welcome to Kauf Drops. I'm Dustin Kaufman. We got a lot going on in the world, and we'll get right to it. A city in China recently killed 5,000 dogs in efforts to eradicate rabies. The same city in China also recently eradicated hunger. A Minnesota hardware store employee was arrested after admitting to jerking off on a co-worker's desk and ejaculating into her coffee several times. Right? Yeah, that's a whole new kind of non-dairy creamer. How do you like your coffee? Cream, sugar, AIDS? A couple in Indiana was recently arrested after kidnapping a woman, locking her in a dog cage, making her wear a collar, and repeatedly beating and raping her for 2 months, until one of their neighbors risked his life to save that woman. That's horrible. How much would that suck? Having somebody steal your sex slave like that. What a dick. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is in the news. He's currently taking heat from his ex-fiancée after releasing a picture of her sonogram while she was pregnant with twins and saying that she had an abortion. An abortion for twins? Do they have a Groupon for that? And lastly, a girl in Chicago recently went to a crowdfunding site in efforts to raise money for her abortion. That's right, for $20 you get an autographed 8x10, for $100 you get a copy of the home movie, and if you donate nothing, you are probably the father. In response to this story, the 700 Club offered the girl money to help pay her medical fees and said they would help her find people to adopt the baby. No, I'm just kidding. They called her a slut and damned her to hell. All right, we got a great show for you guys tonight. We got Danny Boy in the house. We got comedian Austin Evan Wright. Give it up for this guy. Okay, well, welcome to Kauf Drops. Thanks for viewing. If you're watching at home, there's a little link right above my finger here. Click on that and subscribe to our page. We appreciate you watching. Share with your friends. Okay, so we're going to get right to it this week. Says a lot of you probably have seen, whether you're football fans or not, NFL star Ray Rice had a video go viral of him knocking out his, at that time, fiance on the elevator. He then got fired from the Baltimore Ravens for his actions. And since he's unemployed and required to work by law, we hired Ray Rice as our newest cast member here at Kauf Drops, everybody. And since he has to do whatever we tell him, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome out to the stage Ray Rice. Well, so glad you joined the cast and crew here, and we're glad you're here because we like to think we're the voice of America. And after what we've seen recently, we like to think we'd like to use you in a way that America would. So the first thing we're going to need you to do here on Kauf Drops, Ray Rice, is get raped by a giant guy in a hot dog suit. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Ray Alright, moving right along. So, as some of you may or may not know, Mark Wahlberg has his own brand new reality show out now that follows him and his 9 brothers that nobody gives a shit about as they work in the burger joint owned by Mark Wahlberg, which is also called Wahlburgers. And that also happens to be the name of the show as well, Wahlburgers. So with that said, I have a show idea I would like to pitch to you right now, Mark Wahlberg. In fact, it's such a short idea for a show, I'd like to recite the first episode right now for you. You walk out, sit in a big, tall, red leather chair, look at the cameras and say, "Hi, I'm Mark Wahlberg, and for the love of God, please stop watching reality fucking television. See you next week." But since that obviously isn't going to happen, I have an idea for a show that maybe you would like. You, Mark Wahlberg, shove a camera up your ass so we can all tune in once a week to watch you actually take a shit on America. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage, Ray Rice. Okay, Ray, now we'd like to continue to do what we feel America wants to see. We'd like to present that to him. So what we think America wants to see now is a voice of the female community kneeing you in the balls. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Cough Drop's own Anna Mae Smith to knee Ray Rice right in the balls. Ladies and gentlemen, it has come to our attention, we've been following this, the Amish community a little bit, and there is a rite of passage in the Amish community called Rumpringa. So we actually have somebody in the middle of their Rumpringa journey right now to come share his stories with us. Please put your hands together for Jebediah John Dogovitz. Okay, hey, thanks. Here, let's get you one of these. All right.
Aha!
Yeah, okay, there we go.
Hello.
Okay, well, thanks for coming out, Jebediah. So if you want to go ahead and explain Rumpringa to our audience and what it is.
Rumpringa is an Amish tradition, bro. Rumpringa is when we live amongst your society for a year and decide if we're really down with this whole Amish thing.
Well, I gotta say, you really seem to have adapted pretty well. You look like you're having fun.
Rumpringa break!
Okay, so you're still Amish, right? And this is you're inside of your first year of Rumpringa?
Fuck no, I'm not Amish.
Wait, so you're not Amish anymore?
No, and this is like my second year of Rumpringa.
So you actually went on your journey and decided you didn't want to go back to the Amish community. That's an admirable choice that you made that. So do you think since you made those choices, your views on the world have changed since you were in the Amish population?
Well, growing up in the Amish community, they always tell you to meet a quality woman.
So you don't want a quality woman anymore?
I'm all about fucking quantity now!
I mean, you can find a good quality. A lot of people find good quality women, Jebediah.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking work. And if I wanted to work, I'd still be Amish, right?
Were you at least a good Amish when you were with the community?
In some ways, I would say that I still am a good Amish. I mean, they say, be fruitful and multiply. I got 6 kids now.
Oh, congratulations. How old are the kids?
1.
You have 6 one-year-olds?
Yes.
Were they sex couplets?
No, just had a lot of sex with a lot of different women.
I mean, you had sex with like 6 different women within your first 3 months of Rumpringa?
Those are just the ones I got pregnant.
Of Okay.
I got 4 more on the way.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, there we go. We apparently found the worst Amish person for the worst internet late night talk show. Please get off of our set before you impregnate somebody else.
Rumpringa! Rumpringa, break! Woo!
Remind me to fire somebody. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage one more time, Ray Wright. Okay, Ray, well, you know, we feel that you've had taken kind of a nice beating, you've had physical retaliation, and we think it's time we tried to rehab you back into society. So now we're going to have our first lesson of elevator sensitivity training. And here to conduct this lesson of elevator sensitivity training is Kansas City's own undefeated professional MMA fighter, Anthony Sharkbait Gutierrez.
In this lesson, I'm going to need you to pretend that I'm a defenseless, beautiful woman.
Wait, what?
I said I'm a woman, bitch. Seriously, you want to beat women like that? You want to treat them like that? What's next? You're going to kill them?
All right, Anthony Sharkbait Gutierrez. Let me have a seat for a second, buddy. Hey, man, I want to thank you. I know you're super busy with your with training. You got a fight coming up, and so thank you so much. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
You want to real quick tell them when your fight is and how they can see it?
First up, my name is Anthony. This is my second time on the show, so I appreciate you guys having me
It's
out.
always a pleasure.
My fight is September 26th in Austin, Texas. It'll be live on the CBS Sports Network. That's my next fight, but just preparing for that. And I was actually just really excited you guys called me last minute and wanted to come up and do this. So
Absolutely, and it's a pleasure to have you. Now, we do have if you could please carry this piece of garbage off of our stage, we'd really appreciate it. Good luck with your fight. Appreciate it. We'll see you when we get back, all right? All right, well, fuck you, Ray Rice. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very, very, very special guest in the house. You have probably heard this man several times on 96.5 The Buzz. Put your hands together for the very funny, very wonderful Danny Boy! Thank you. And if you need another drink, we can definitely have Ray Rice bring that out for you.
Ray Rice, I would like it. That gets yucky. That's yucky for me. I just can't.
I need a white man to bring me a drink.
I feel a lot better, more comfortable with that. And apparently I'm a long-distance relative of Andrew Davis, so I got that.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Just wanted to bring the room down.
So thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. Very appreciative.
You're welcome. Man, I know you've actually been performing in the comedic circuit a lot lately too, that's great. Is that a hard branch from the radio?
Well, so it was great because at some point it was like radio it is what it is. There's things you want to talk about. There's jokes you want to tell. And you're confined because of the structure. Like, I mean, God, if I could have been doing this Bond series I'm doing out on the circuit recently, nothing gets people going like talking about municipal bonds, and you just can't do that on the radio. And when you hit the stage and you're just talking about signature gathering and the importance of making sure you fill out your paperwork correctly, it's just great to see an audience respond to such things that you're really passionate about and you can't do, so. No, it's great. It's a nice transition. I like to run my mouth a lot, and I have a huge ego, and these two things fit very well next to each other, so it's great.
It's a different audience entirely, though. I mean, because when you get out to the clubs, you have to be at least 18 or 21 to even walk in the door. On the radio, you probably deal with a much younger demographic a lot.
Yeah, you'd think we'd be respectful of that. And we should be. I mean, there's a reason why we're in like dead last place. You know, I mean, there's like 10 stations ahead of it. 10. Name 10 radio stations in this market. You can't, because there's not. Yet somehow we're at the bottom of the pile.
In the city?
In the city. It's really sad.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I'm doing comedy.
I'm gonna need a job soon.
I need a second gig, it's pathetic. It's really bad.
We do get addicted to the microphones, though.
Yeah, I mean, look at my lips right now. If you guys aren't careful, I'm gonna go into my 20 minutes of experimental butt stuff routine that doesn't fly the other night. I'm gonna make it work! People are into it. You just gotta find the right note.
You told me you even got, you actually got a couple friends' jobs on the radio station, though, right?
Yeah, man.
That's kind of a cool feeling to be able to hook your friends up like that.
Well, it's like you want to be. Again, it just goes back to sheer narcissism and ego. It's like you want to have that feeling that you built something, you know, because I'm a man and I can't, so I'm angry about not being able to give life. So I talk horrible about everybody else, but I try and see women in careers. And I'm really good at one of them. I have 18 children. And that's not an understatement. It's weird and gross. And I'm like the Duggars of Kansas City. Anyway, if you have ovaries and you're capable of having children, you're pregnant right now. I spawn like a dandelion. Boom. No, but you look for people that you feel like you can bring on because you want your own little militia. That if things go wrong, you can try and take. I mean, Gaddafi didn't have that, and look how it ended up for him. There's one guy that's really into Libya right now. I am so into you. But yeah, it's cool. And the first person I hired was a girl. Her name was Michelle, and she walked into the studio and she said, you know, can I hang out with you? And I'm like, only if I name you. And she was like, yeah, that's totally fine. So I called her Coos. And she's like, that's cool. And now Coos is doing mornings in, you know, Fort Myers, Florida, which seems like a fitting place for Coos. But it's, yeah, I mean, it's great, you know, you see that. And then you've got this guy, this new kid, Hartzell. He's black and we needed diversity. So I was like, you come on, let's go. You'll appeal to an audience that we haven't reached yet. No, he's really talented, he's really nice, he's a handsome guy. And the only problem I could see with him, and I think this is with a lot of young people these days, and I actually blame technology, is because he's got no confidence. He's got no game.
On the radio?
Yeah, on the radio and in real life.
Oh, like with the ladies?
Yeah, with the ladies, with the women. That's where confidence comes from, is your ability to score. It's his ultimate catch-22, because until you start getting laid, you have no idea how to get laid. And yeah, he gets sex, but it's like, because he's on the radio, which is totally fine. Like, don't get me wrong, like, it's awesome. You know, back in my day, though, you had to take a phone call. We didn't have caller ID. We didn't have Tinder. I mean, Pat's talking about swiping right. That's the problem with your game, son. This is it. That's all you got. Like, step it up. Figure out who you are. Find that one thing inside of you that makes you Karate Man, you know? That makes you Gutierrez. It lets you choke out Ray Rice. Find that thing. Mine just happens to be I have a giant penis. But that's it. No, that's just my thing. It's not like a brag. I don't understand what, like, that's just, I'm just giving you an example. But yeah, he's a good kid and he works hard and he's got everything down. It's just, we had to take phone calls. I had to judge a woman based on what she looked like, based on my ears. I wear contacts, but I'm not blind. I mean, like, this is a skill. I can hear you, I can tell you exactly what you look like, I can tell you mistakes you've made in your life and if your dad's there. Because if you're calling a radio station at 12:30 at night, he obviously wasn't. Oh, I'm the bad person. Who amongst us hasn't trolled through Craigslist ads at 12:30 in the morning and made some seriously regrettable decisions? But it's okay because I know who I am. I have that confidence.
Alright, so obviously comedy's going well for you. You got any upcoming shows?
Patrick!
Is that
I have no idea with schedule. I'm so irresponsible. I'm a man-child, which is why my wife threw me out of the house recently. She let me back, but yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's good.
Nice. Congrats. Is that good?
Yeah, that was great. I'm
Okay.
super happy.
All right. Well, you guys can find Danny Boy and his happy heart doing. You can hear him on 96.5 The Buzz regularly, and you can find him all around Kansas City doing comedy. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks, man.
You
Really
want to
appreciate
hang out for Austin here?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Danny Boy. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another very funny man in the house. Please welcome to the stage. It is an honor and a pleasure to present this man to you. Please put your hands together for the very funny Austin Evan Wright.
Thank you very much. Put your hands together for Dustin and Danny Boy up here, man. Thanks for having me, man. I came in town from Topeka. Okay, thanks. No Topekans here, I take it. One Topekan. Smoke you up after the show just for being from Topeka. So, I'm Austin Evan Wright. I'm from Topeka, Kansas. I'm Indian. Do we have any Indian people here? The Topekan?
No.
Oh. I know. I'm Indian, like feather Indian, not the other Indian, obviously. My Indian tribe, there's a lot of different Indian tribes. You probably haven't heard of mine. It's called a Lotopotago. We're very forgiveful people. We have the Munchies. My great-grandfather, he started our tribe, and his name was Chief Blowing Smoke, which was a cool name for our chief until we found out Smoke was a dude from a couple tribes over. That's how he's getting all the good shit. You've heard of the movie Up in Smoke? That was a gay porno in my tribe. What else about me? I drink 2% milk,
Yeah.
98% alcohol. Well, I'm shaped like a light bulb with an upper torso. Not a good diet. Not a good diet at all. I write poetry. Do we have any poets here? Awesome. I just wrote a poem. I only write poems when I poop, and so I call my poems poems. And I just wrote a poem upstairs about 10 minutes ago. It was Lottie Dottie, I got to go potty. While my pants are down, I'm gonna get naughty. I be ripping farts that are loud and juicy. I just pinched off a turd the size of hand-rolled sushi. When I'm dropping bombs, I'll be locking the door because my turds are so big, my number 2 is a 4. That's all I had time for. Probably all the milk and alcohol shoots right through me. I didn't want to get your rest of the set. That's okay. I opened up a pharmacy in Topeka, in the loft of a building, and I call it the drug attic. Our slogan is "We're as high as we can be." In this building, you guys, you know how mechanics try to fuck you over. I took my car to the mechanic the other day, and I just wanted to get an oil change, and he came out about 30 minutes later, and he said, "Hey, while I had your car up there, I rotated your tires for you, but it's going to be an extra $40. I was like, fuck that, they rotate when I drive. Why would I pay you for that? It's the worst investment ever. I had some friends come over. This was like in March when we had our last ice storm. Kind of weird to have an ice storm in March. But I had a little house party. And my wife was like, you better go to Walgreens and get some ice melt so your friends don't slip and fall down the driveway. I'm like, that'd be awesome if they did that. Why would I go buy ice melt? But I did it because she's my wife and she has my vagina. Well, not my vagina, but her vagina that I use. So I went to Walgreens, and on the way there, she's like, she called me and she said, we also need 2 bags of ice. So I got 2 bags of ice melt and 2 bags of ice. By the time I got home, there was nothing left. Not happy. I wanted to get a dick transplant. Has anybody ever tried to do that in here? Miss? They don't do that. I went to a plastic surgeon. And I said, I want a penis transplant. And he said, we don't do that. And I said, why not? And he said, because eventually all dudes would end up with a black penis. He said, then you'd have black guys trying to sell their penises, and you'd have a black dick market. Bring the country's economy straight to its knees. You guys have been a great crowd. Thanks for coming out. I'm going to play a quick song. This is about one of my favorite things called Vagina. Do we have some vaginas here tonight? Yeah! Sir, stop clapping. That's weird. This is 72 terms for the vagina without saying cunt or pussy. After that. Wiener warmer, cockpit, muff, pink, taco crotch, bearded clam, beef curtains, and a hairy hand. Meat wallet and a coochie piss, fitters, axe wound, cooter, fur burger, and a hair pie. Snatch and twat, moose, knuckle, hairy lasso, wizard sleeve, I like to eat her tuna casserole. Sideways, sloppy Joe, the beef, the glory hole, punani, goop, tube, her, but JJ needs some lube. Velvet line, love tunnel, cha-cha, ping pong doors, piss, flaps, pouch, cookie, cum receptacle. Pecker, pocket, pole, pocket, Harry Potter, cock, socket, slot, pocket, bush, box, and a rocket pocket. Cock, cave, slimy, slit, dash, panty, hamster, sweaty, Chewbacca, and warrants of a labia. Laffy Taffy, cherry pie, manhole box, Peter's puke pit, turkey purse, cooch, and a ham wallet. Salami basin, gut blocker, Peter pleaser, cum dumpster, dick slipper, love glove, horny pink panther, sausage, junkie chop, saloon, vertical smile, hatchet wound, whisker biscuit, banana slit, cum canyon, and that is it. I looked it up, you names like strange, fluff and muff, and I'd never say the C word for your baby making stuff. Oh no.